Greetings. Wait, that's interesting, Pisces Kingdom. Where are these other Pisces with the golden aura you speak of? And why would people be fighting? And Pisces already got their nose. I mean, they wouldn't have anything to aim at. And what a beautiful Sunday, to wake up and see whole communities are under judgment over touch not my anointed. Amazing how that works. And when I hear you say that, we're attracting the lovers and the haters, you got to keep in mind, you really can't hate anything unless you love it. They love the abilities that they don't have. They love the freedom that they fought to lose. Simple enough. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. But when you're talking about narcissists harvesting the energy, we just got to let that go. And expect things to be a little bit more confusing as this perpetual karma cycle continues. It's just what it is, because that's the thing, is it's just starting, and now it's not going to be one person that they just decided to play God in their lives, and now it's a whole bunch of people with God playing in their lives. And I'm not responsible for acts of God, just not. I'm responsible for being protected from them by all means. But when you say that they don't care who they hurt, they're willing to take you down with them. Well, cool. Who would you be talking about, Pisces Kingdom? They've already got whole communities under judgment. Simple enough. And when I hear that millions of witches have now been exposed in a coven, that's one psychic exposing millions of witches. And that would be, I guess, the domino effect that Pisces Kingdom's talking about. Interesting. Now, when Pisces Kingdom said, people don't understand how you're able to balance the dark and the light. Well, it's the balanced Emperor and Empress aspect of the INFJ brain. We went over that. The energy's still in the card, so I guess people still haven't grasped the fact of using both sides of the brain in a Zen-like manner. Now, the whole do my prophets no harm. Edgar Casey, go research Edgar Casey. He was known as the sleeping prophet. I get more shit done in my sleep. Simple enough. Pisces, pay attention to your dreams. Oh, I do. They're they're very vivid and quite lucid. Thank you. I get more done in the astral than most people do in the real world. It's just what it is. It's some Rick and Morty stuff. However, I listened to I don't know, maybe 20 minutes of the reading. It's the whole energy harvesting and the aspect of attacking the crown. Now, attacking that crown, I would assume with a voodoo doll, that's going to have serious ramifications on I guess the group. I don't know how that's going to work, and I don't care. I don't know any of these people. It's what it is. The light, it comes with the territory. If you know the light is going to attract poopy heads who play with doo-doo dolls, it's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything. Those are your friends, not mine. Simple enough. And but you got to think that energy, because she said, spirit doesn't play with you. It creates a boomerang effect. And they want to blame you because what they send goes back on them. And that's the question. Who are them? Who are they? Who are they, I guess, would be the question. And releasing them and letting them go to attacks on the nervous system. There were attacks on the chakra system, heart attack spells, whatever you girls are talking about. And shit doesn't faze me, but I guess it does boomerang back on them and all involved. Simple enough. So I can understand that, sitting around just waiting for that kind of energy to backlash onto you. I guess it's what they're doing. I guess that's what they're doing. And when I hear that whole communities are under judgment over this, so it is. I mean, when you say that last year's natural disasters were just warnings because they wouldn't stop, they didn't care who they hurt. We don't care if we go down too, we're taking that person we can't attack down with us. Okay, cool. Cool. Interesting. So that's what it is. I'll be looking for the people that have that nifty boomerang effect, I guess, while others are taking a boomerang to the forehead. Simple enough. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Ooh, my nose is itching on that one. Anyway, let's do an angel oracle read, shall we? God got us all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. I mean, if that is true, that millions of witches have now been exposed, oh, why can't we hide anymore? Playing with our doo-doo dolls and our spell work and blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's backfiring on us. Oh, the horror. Thank you, Spirit. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. However, it is interesting to hear Pisces Kingdom say that trying to unbalance the light, because I mean, Chicago said to come at the light with ill intentions is to lose the day in the light, but they don't listen. And then, they come to a parking lot in a motorcycle gang to, rev the engines and then crash right outside my fence. Yeah. So it must be that boomerang effect that they're talking about. Simple enough. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, that's what it is. I mean, one person's crash can be another person's treasure, I would assume one person's crash can be another person's treasure. She said these people didn't do anything except earn a bad x-ray, whatever that means. Oh, well, I know exactly what that means. And you really don't want people earning bad x-rays, but I guess what's done is done. I guess the whole aspect of what's done is done. Simple enough. But nobody does that again. And then they will, because, I mean, you've already got the energy in the cards. They're trying to find new ways to earn bad x-rays. And, okay, I mean, that's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Thank you, Spirit. Simple enough. I hope everyone's having a beautiful Sunday. That's what it is. Waking up to whole communities are under judgment over magic backfire. Well, you would have to go and talk to the people that are sending that shit, wouldn't you? Thank you, Spirit. And they're looking for every way to take you down. And they're mad now because you have walked away. Because if you can't beat them, join them. And now you don't want anything to do with them. Well, would you? It's what it is. I mean, I understand the beating that, they couldn't beat me, they couldn't, beat the Earth Angel. They couldn't beat the prophets for profit. And now they're mad because, there's been a stop put to that. And, they wanted the worst for us, and now the worst is happening to them. And that's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything. It has nothing to do with me. None of my business. Simple enough. Thank you, Spirit. And, when you're talking about stalkers and cyber bullies and blah, 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 whatever else you were talking about, so people fighting, and my favorite waitress going through a divorce, her husband is in jail for stalking. It's simple enough. And y'all were talking about us being gang stalked by officials and shit. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense how the laws don't apply to the little piggies who want something in the bank. I can't do anything about that. They've got plenty of job security with whole communities under judgment now. Archangel Raphael, it did come out in the upside down, but we don't read upside down cards here. Our purpose of the past with Archangel Raphael in the present, and humility. Humility has come out again out of all these cards. We have humility out again except it will be in the future. Humility in the future. Now, when I hear their humiliation rituals backfired and, everything that they tried to do backfired, and they've forced the hand of the divine. I mean, even Marjorie Taylor Greene, and not to bring politics into it, but she did. She made a statement that the hand of God was single-handedly taking out evil, and I thought, oh, what, with like Burning Man and natural disasters and shit? That's what it is. Anyway, I think that is the most honest thing I've ever heard come out of a polished turd. I'm sorry, a politician's mouth. Anyway, moving forward. Oh, there's humility, so we'll go backwards since most people understand shit backwards anyway. True humility involves understanding that each and every person has an equally important role to play in the world. And what is your role to play in the world? Let us know down in the comments, so everyone will know their part. Everyone will know their place and their part with their role in the world, and an equally important contribution to make. And yes, I mean, what is your contribution with your role to the world? By all means, let everyone know. That way they'll know the role that you play, and they'll know the contribution that you bring. That way, when we look at like 30 views, and that's the thing. I mean, when you have thousands of viewers for Pisces Kingdom talking about that golden aura, which I mean is basically generated from the secret of the Christos, and it is morning star energy. So you just want to look for the other morning star energies. Simple enough, because I mean you've got thousands of people talking about something that's listening to something that stands out from the rest. Where are those who stand out from the rest? We're looking for those people. It's very simple. I mean, I don't understand what part of the Morning Star wake up call they don't understand. I mean, it's simple enough. Simple enough. The angel of humility encourages you to develop a quiet, modest, but certain sense of your own value. He gently reminds you that you are no less important than other people. Becoming a shrinking violet will help no one. On the other hand, he advises you not to let ego, which gives you the drive to achieve your goals, get in the way of your spiritual growth. Simply take a few quiet moments to call on the angel of humility and ask him for a reminder of your best qualities, and give thanks for the chance to play your part in the pattern of creation. And what are your best qualities? Feel free to jot them down in the comments. Simple enough. I gladly play my small but valuable role in the universal pattern of life. Symbols: violet saffron robe, like a Buddhist monk. Fern, skylark, pearl in shell. And that's the saffron robe of the Buddhist monk. That's an interesting thing. It's an interesting story. They wore those robes that were a slight off color because they put the prisoners in robes as well. But the monks wore a slightly off color from the prisoners because they were seen as spiritual deviants, and they had killer abilities. So they would stand outside. They would stand outside of the market with their offering bowl. They'd just stand there like panhandlers, but they wouldn't say anything. They would just stand there. Silence is golden. And then the people would come to market, and the women knew they were psychic as well. Is he cheating on me? No, my child. And she would throw things in his bowl. Simple enough. Simple enough. I love that story. Anyway, Archangel Raphael. Let's see what Archangel Raphael is doing in the middle of all of this. Archangel Raphael, the Merlin. Archangel Raphael. The name Raphael in Hebrew means God has healed. In Jewish and Christian tradition, Raphael was the Archangel of healing. He was believed to have passed on the knowledge of medicinal herbs to Noah. Today, Raphael is also known as the Archangel of consecration and dedication. In addition to this, he is associated with science, innovation, and intellectual capability. The Archangel of Spring, the West, and Renewal. Raphael assists with all levels of healing, from individual to global, seeking truth and scientific exploration. His symbols are a caduceus, a staff with serpents entwined around it, which is a traditional symbol of medicine, and a book signifying knowledge. His service to the universe is to lead doctors, nurses, and other healers by radiating his loving light through them. Many of us have to contend with physical, emotional, or psychological pain in the course of our life. Working with this archangel can help us with this by attracting healing energy into our being. Raphael can bring rest from pain or worry and can dispel negative influences, re energizing us. He works on many levels, both physical and psychological. He may be able to help a present pain or lessen or disappear to enable us to see an emotional issue in a more positive light. Now I would think, entire communities under judgment over touch not my anointed. That would be a pretty significant emotional issue. But I mean, in a more positive light, we would look for those positive lights. Where are those golden auras that stand out from the rest that Pisces Kingdom is talking about? Because that would be the thing. That would be the thing. If they're trying to sacrifice those, if they are trying to harvest energy off of those, if they are trying to win at all costs and they don't care who they hurt, taking that person down with them. So I'm going to look for those people that she's talking about, not the people trying to bring them down. That's the ones getting everybody all wrapped up in chaos and calamity. Who wants to have anything to do with that? Confirmation. If you are seeking help for a particular physical or emotional problem, you may feel drawn to use the Raphael card as a focus for your thoughts and meditation. You can also use this card when asking the Archangel to override a reading. To do this, sit for a moment, holding the card, and focus on the issue you wish to address. Visualize Raphael's green light around you. Ask him to grace you with his presence. He will bring you the energies of healing and transformation. Represents body, color green, element water, direction west, season spring, qualities healing, scientific discovery, and intellectual capability. Now, you were also talking about, these people are mad. These people are mad because, they were profiting off of the intellectual property and didn't realize that we were calling our energy back. And that's the thing. Oh, that's selfish. We feel entitled to your energy. Why would someone feel entitled to someone else's energy? That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make, especially when, now they're mad and don't care who they hurt, and we'll take that person down with us. We just don't care. It's the end of the world as we know it. Simple enough. Simple enough. No wonder people are fighting. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. And I mean, when you say God hid us in plain sight, God hid the divine in plain sight. Well, I do live on Divine Street, and Amun Ra does mean hidden God as a Pisces sun. That would be a connection to the sun. So simple enough. Yeah, there really is no better feeling on this planet than hearing what's the Chatterlarasha say. Ra is on foot in Texas chasing demons. Simple enough. You got to love hearing that. And this way, and I mean, now that we've narrowed it down to one of the biggest states in the United States, where in Texas is this hidden sun child? Purpose. What is our purpose? Where is our purpose? I know purpose is in here somewhere. The card's right there, so the purpose can be found somewhere. Gotta find that purpose. What is the purpose? What is your purpose? Feel free to let everyone know what your purpose is. Maybe your purpose can help them out. And I mean, if you've got 30 views, 40 views, 100 views, and not a single purpose, that's what it is. If you don't have a purpose on earth, I'm pretty strong in my belief that you have no purpose on earth. If you're not on your purpose on earth, you have no purpose on earth. Simple enough. Simple enough. I don't know what my purpose is. Well, that's the universal question in QHHT that we answer every day in 117 countries that most people don't know. That's why it's the universal question. There's really nothing worse than, seeing someone who has gone their entire life, 40s, 50s, 60s, and that be a question, because that's 40, 50, 60 wasted years off of your purpose, when generally you would know your purpose when you are a child. If you think back to what you could do better than any other child, each one of you could do something as a child that no one else could do. And then you'd have some half-wit who is your best friend on the other side, but still a half-wit in the 3D, would logically or creatively, pull you off of your purpose. They would tell you, "Oh, you'll never be any good at that. Oh, you sing like a songbird. I don't like that," because they don't like the song you're singing. They tell you, "Oh, you couldn't carry a tune in a bucket." But yet you were supposed to be the next. You were supposed to be the next Beyonce, not the one shape shifting on stage and shit. Destiny swapped, basically. Purpose! Your soul yearns to fulfill its purpose in life, to express your true self. The angel of purpose is here to show you how. Consider your work, personal life, and beliefs, and review the steps that brought you to this point. If these aspects of life fill you with energy, it is a sign that they are vital to your soul's purpose. However, if any of them make you tired, depressed, or even ill, you need to change them. Sit quietly. The warning label. Thank you there. And Gemini Moon has a warning label today. Look at that. If these aspects of life fill you with energy, it is a sign that they are vital to your soul's purpose. However, if any of them make you tired, depressed, or even ill, you need to change them. Sit quietly and call on the angel of purpose to help you. Then make a list of all the things that you would love to do. Start by doing the smallest one and work through the list. As you spend more time following your heart, you will attract positive energy that will help in bringing your dreams to fruition. I live in accordance with my soul's purpose. Symbols, footprints, light, Mars, horse and rider, bow and arrow and ribbon. Kind of interesting. Because when you think of the Pleiadian Masters like Merkaba, and you have that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, and I mean, anytime I hear that in the reading, I know that they're using a Pisces, a Cancer, and a Scorpio. It's taken, she just said it. Pisces Kingdom just said it. It takes 3 of them to go after you, and because the light attracts the power of 3, I would assume, and it's basically narcissistic triangulation. Simple enough. Simple enough. She's like, but you can defeat those 3. Well, yeah, because it's Emperor, Empress energy connected to the Most High. So if 2 shall see, so shall it be. However, I prefer edification. That way, whatever I'm manifesting that, they're trying to block, stop, just to leave room for something better to come in. Anytime they do those things, it's always better to edify someone else, because if you edify a reader that is on the same frequency, they can go and argue with that person. They can go argue with that person. That way, there's no argument. There's just no argument. She said it, and that's the he said, she said bullshit. And I can continue to move in silence. So these individuals that they're talking about that keep getting in the way of the divine plan, they keep trying to force God's hands, whatever these girls are talking about, go listen to them. Simple enough. Simple enough. So why remain, in observance of, what is new to come, But when I hear her say that, talking about that nifty boomerang effect, I mean, is that from the Pleiadian light marker book? Because it does. It spins and reflects back to others what they send out. Simple enough. Positive or negative. So, I mean, I guess that's, something that they're just not used to. However, we've asked for some things in the comments. Feel free feel free to share. Maybe you can help someone out. And then, you'll be able to show others, look how many views there are of people that just can't fucking help you out. Because we do. We want to find where these cyber bullies are. I know that the algorithm pretty much draws them right in. And then, oh, God, we've stepped into a trap. And I can't do anything about that. It's like a Venus fly trap. Mercury, Venus. Simple enough. So, everyone, enjoy your Sunday. I'm going to go see what the warning labels are for Gemini and why there's whole communities under judgment on a Sunday with people fighting over a golden aura. That's what it is. I mean, if there's people fighting over a golden aura that stands out, well, I'm going to look for those golden auras that stand out. So when you come across those, let me know. If phone number's on Google. Simple enough. And she's absolutely right. Oh, it's selfish. You're pulling your energy back. Well, I mean, did they donate anything? Did they ask for that energy, or did they just feel entitled to it without doing their research? That affects my normal meditation. Now I've got all this energy coming back to me across all timelines, spaces, and dimensions, past lives, things of that nature. And I mean, when a QHHT practitioner tells you that their QHHT session involved wispy people or another dimension, so to speak, and you know that when a temperance angel steps into your reality, it is either a lesson or a blessing with karma or dharma tenfold. Now, when a reader says everything Pisces touches turns to gold, well, now that would be a blessing. And then the dharma aspect, that would be gold. Well, we've got the gold, the yellow brick road. We've got a golden road so every brick we touch just turns to gold. Now, on the flip side of that, on the darker side of things, because that would be in the light, but for those in the dark that put out the negative, because they project negative and it goes back on them. When you hear that everything Pisces touches turns to gold, and there was a past life involving wispy people, what part of sun, lesson, and karma doesn't immediately scream in your head, fire? And it's just what it is, because there's the golden part of the flame, obviously. And we know how they wanted to destiny swap, being little trigger demons. And I mean, when trigger demons destiny swap with a sun, where do they go next lifetime? Simple enough. I mean, if we're fixed sun signs and they're fire signs, chances are fire and sun, it just creates more fire. And I can't do anything about that. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful Sunday. Namaste.